Welcome to a synthesized journey through the 10 brutal truths about time, attention, and human behavior. Drawing from leading research in books like 4,000 Weeks, Deep Work, The Procrastination Equation, and When, we'll explore not just how to optimize your schedule, but how to confront the real nature of time. This isn't a checklist for productivity, it's a mirror to help you see your relationship with time more honestly. As we move through each truth, keep in mind, these insights are grounded in research, not just opinion. Let's begin by understanding why facing these truths is more valuable than any quick fix. The first truth is sobering. You have far less time than you think. If you live to 80, that's about 4,000 weeks. When you see your life in weeks, it's a quiet shock. Most productivity systems promise that if you get efficient enough, you can do everything. The reality is you can't. Accepting the scarcity of time isn't pessimism. It's the only rational way to decide what truly matters. Before you add anything new to your schedule, ask yourself, what are you implicitly agreeing never to do by saying yes to this? Every choice is a trade-off, and recognizing this is the foundation of wise time management. Contrary to popular belief, procrastination isn't about laziness or poor planning. Decades of research show it's an emotional issue. We procrastinate not because we lack motivation, but because tasks trigger uncomfortable feelings, anxiety, boredom, self-doubt, or resentment. Delaying the task gives us temporary relief from those emotions. The further away a reward is, the less motivating it becomes, which is why deadlines are so powerful. Instead of pep talks, try numbing the emotion your most avoided task brings up. Shrink the task until the emotional cost feels manageable. That's how you break the cycle. Multitasking is a cognitive myth. Neuroscience shows that our brains don't truly multitask, they switch between tasks, leaving behind what's called attention residue. Every switch makes us less effective at both tasks. Checking email between writing sessions, for example, doesn't mean you're working at 50% on each. You're actually performing well below your best on both. Deep, uninterrupted focus isn't just for academics, it's the only way to do complex work well. Try setting aside a 90-minute block each day where you're unreachable, no notifications, no distractions. Notice how your output changes. Busyness often acts as a defense mechanism. When your schedule is packed, there's no time to confront bigger questions, like whether your career or relationships are truly right for you. Constant motion prevents stillness, and stillness is where uncomfortable questions surface. Our culture glorifies being maxed out, but sometimes busyness is just a way to avoid existential discomfort. The cost? You may never address what matters most. Try scheduling 1 hour of unstructured, unproductive time each week. Pay attention to the thoughts that emerge. What you avoid thinking about may be exactly what needs your attention. Not all hours are created equal. Research shows that most people have a cognitive peak in the late morning, a trough in the early afternoon, and a partial recovery later in the day. Analytical tasks done during the trough are more error-prone and less effective. Yet, many people schedule important work based on calendar gaps, not their natural rhythms. Audit your last 2 weeks. Were your hardest tasks done during your peak hours? Try rearranging your schedule for 1 week and see how your performance changes. Timing can be as important as the amount of time spent. Rest isn't the opposite of productivity, it's a crucial part of it. Elite performers rarely work deeply for more than 4 hours a day. Brief, genuine disengagement, especially in nature or away from screens, restores your ability to focus. Working 10 shallow hours doesn't outperform 4 deep ones. Define what real rest means for you, not just scrolling on your phone, but true cognitive disengagement. Protect your rest time as fiercely as your most important meetings. You'll find your productivity and creativity both improve when you do. Modern work environments are designed to amplify urgency. Emails, messages, and constant notifications make it easy to focus on what's immediate, not what's important. Over time, we become skilled at clearing inboxes but less skilled at tackling slow, high-value work. This is how careers and lives can pass in motion without meaningful progress. List your 3 most important long-term goals, then count how many hours you spent on them last week. The gap is your urgency tax. Recognizing this can help you reclaim your attention for what truly matters. There's a psychological power in finishing tasks. The Zeigarnik effect means we ruminate on unfinished work, which drains our mental energy. Endings matter. A clear finish to task or project shapes how we remember the whole experience. Creating small completions and clear boundaries helps motivation and reduces stress. Try ending each workday by writing 3 sentences: what you finished, what remains, and your first action for tomorrow. This simple ritual can lighten your mental load overnight and make the next day easier to start. Technology, especially social media and messaging, is designed to fragment your attention. Over time, your brain adapts to constant switching, making sustained focus harder. This isn't just about efficiency, it's about preserving your ability to concentrate deeply. Try a 30-day experiment. Remove social media apps from your phone and track changes in your attention span, creativity, and tolerance for boredom. You'll likely find that your capacity for deep work returns, and with it, a sense of control over your time. The ultimate paradox: the goal of managing time isn't to become a productivity machine. It's to reach a point where the present moment is enough, where you're not always preparing for a future that never arrives. Time is not just a resource to manage, but a medium to inhabit. The person who truly understands their limits isn't the one who does the most, but the one who chooses consciously what to say yes to, knowing every yes is also 100 quiet no's. Reflect on what activities make time feel well spent for you, and check how much of your week includes them. This analysis isn't just a summary of one book, it's a synthesis of rigorous research from multiple sources. Each truth is grounded in documented findings, not just personal opinion. By combining insights from Berkman, Newport, Steele, and Pink, we get a more complete picture of how time, attention, and motivation actually work. This approach helps us see patterns and connections that single sources might miss, offering a more robust framework for making better choices with our time. Accepting the limits of your time is the foundation for all other decisions. Finitude isn't something to be feared, it's what gives your choices meaning. When you recognize that you can't do everything, you're forced to decide what truly matters. This clarity can be uncomfortable, but it's also freeing. It allows you to focus your attention and energy on what's most important, rather than spreading yourself too thin. Embracing your limits is the first step toward a more intentional life. You avoid a task, it's usually because of the emotions it triggers, not the task itself. Anxiety, boredom, or self-doubt can make even simple tasks feel overwhelming. By identifying the specific emotion behind your avoidance, you can address the real obstacle. Sometimes, breaking the task into smaller steps reduces the emotional cost enough to get started. This approach is more effective than trying to motivate yourself with willpower alone. Every time you switch tasks, a fragment of your attention stays with the previous task. This attention residue means you're never fully present with what you're doing, and your performance suffers. The more you switch, the more residue builds up, making it harder to focus deeply. Protecting blocks of uninterrupted time is essential for high-quality work. Even short interruptions can have a lasting impact on your cognitive performance. Staying constantly busy can feel productive, but it often prevents you from reflecting on bigger questions. Without moments of stillness, you may never confront whether your current path aligns with your values and goals. Scheduling regular downtime isn't just about relaxation, it's about creating space for self-reflection and course correction. The most important insights often emerge in moments of quiet. Chronobiology, the study of how biological rhythms affect behavior, shows that your cognitive abilities fluctuate throughout the day. Most people have a natural peak, a trough, and a recovery period. Scheduling demanding tasks during your peak hours can dramatically improve your performance. Conversely, doing complex work during your low-energy periods leads to more mistakes and lower quality. Understanding your own rhythms is a powerful tool for better time management. Rest isn't just the absence of work. It's an active process that restores your mental and physical energy. Passive activities like scrolling on your phone don't provide real rest. Instead, seek out activities that genuinely disengage your mind, like walking in nature, meditating, or engaging in a hobby. Protecting your rest time is essential for sustained productivity and well-being. The urgency tax is the hidden cost of spending too much time on urgent but unimportant tasks. Over time, this tax adds up, leaving less time and energy for your most meaningful goals. By regularly reviewing how you spend your time, you can identify where urgency is crowding out importance. Making conscious choices to prioritize long-term goals over immediate demands is key to meaningful progress. How you end a task or project shapes your memory of the entire experience. Creating clear endings and celebrating small completions can boost motivation and satisfaction. The ritual of closure, writing down what you finished and what's next, helps your mind let go of unfinished business and prepares you for the next day. This simple practice can reduce stress and improve your overall well-being. Modern technology is engineered to capture and fragment your attention. The more you use apps that encourage constant switching, the harder it becomes to focus deeply. Over time, this can erode your ability to concentrate, making even simple tasks feel challenging. Protecting your attention is about more than productivity. It's about maintaining your cognitive health for the long term. If you've lost your ability to focus deeply, it's possible to rebuild it. Start by removing the biggest distractions, like social media apps, from your environment. Gradually increase the amount of time you spend in deep, uninterrupted work. Track your progress and notice how your attention span and creative output improve. Deep focus is a skill that can be trained, but it requires deliberate effort. The most important choice you make isn't how to do more, but what to do at all. Every yes is also 100 quiet no's. By consciously choosing what to focus on, you create a life that reflects your true values and priorities. This requires the courage to let go of less important tasks and the discipline to say no, even when it's uncomfortable. The ultimate goal of managing time isn't endless optimization, it's learning to inhabit the present moment. When you're always preparing for a future that never arrives, you miss out on the richness of now. By focusing on activities that make time feel well spent, you can create a life that feels meaningful, regardless of how much you accomplish. These 10 truths don't offer easy comfort or quick fixes. Instead, they provide clarity about how time, attention, and motivation really work. This clarity can be uncomfortable, but it's also empowering. With a clear understanding of your limits and priorities, you can make better decisions about where to invest your energy and attention. The productive response to these truths isn't despair, it's discernment. Not every hour can be deeply productive, and not every day will go as planned. But by understanding how time really works, you can systematically make better choices about where your attention goes. This leads to a more intentional and fulfilling life. In a world designed to fragment your attention, protecting it becomes your most valuable asset. Every notification, message, or urgent task is a bid for your focus. By setting boundaries and creating environments that support deep work, you reclaim control over your most precious resource, your attention. Regular reflection is essential for course correction. By taking time to review your choices and outcomes, you can adjust your approach and align your actions with your values. Reflection isn't a luxury, it's a necessity for intentional living. Schedule time each week to pause, reflect, and plan your next steps. It's not about how many hours you work, but the quality of your attention during those hours. 4 deep, focused hours can be more productive than 10 distracted ones. By prioritizing quality over quantity, you achieve more meaningful results and avoid burnout. Protect your best hours for your most important work. Ultimately, time isn't something you manage, it's something you choose within. The quality of your choices determines the quality of your life. By understanding these 10 truths and applying them, you can make more intentional, fulfilling decisions about where your attention and energy go. Remember, time is finite, but meaning is created by how you choose to spend it.